Yo guys, and welcome to the first of the 4 tutorials that I told you in the last tutorial on my original track that I will redo them. So first guys that I will redo today, we are going to look at Still by Rythmind, which is his cover on this song. I did this was my first Loopstation tutorial on the channel, but like everything is almost incorrect. And by the way, that was the last tutorial, the only one tutorial on my channel did just with showing the effects and then just go for it. Thank you. So yeah, I thought that it's way better if I redo them. So let's start guys with the settings for the tracks. We are going like this. First let me put the play level. Yeah, like this. Okay, so what you need to know is that the track effects are enabled just for tracks 3 and 4. The rest one are off. And another thing, the measure, which is free for tracks 1, 2, so for tracks 1, 3, 4 and 5. But the second track has the measure of 2. And we are going to do an empty track here, and because yeah, if you do the beat and then you just start the melody with the granular delay, it will have some synchronization problems, because this is way too long for the beat. So yeah, but I will show you everything you need to know. And now we are going to do the blank recording. So for this, you just need to set up a specific measure for the track. And you are going to enable the beat, the metronome, and you press stop button and this one at the same time. Let's do it. And now guys, you have here a 2 measures track that is empty. And we have this. And we are going in the system 1, 2, 3, and we saw indicator, and we put this at position plus status so that we can know when we can start the melody, to not be problems of seeing the unsynchronized tracks. And now you will have this. Okay guys, and now let's start with the track. For the hi-hats, the kick drums, and everything, I will put on A as always, dynamics with the same settings as always, but this is probably not mandatory for you guys. And EQ on B with -5 low, -4 low mids, +1 high mids, +4 highs. And the level is just +12. And this is just for the hi-hats and the snares. And when we are going to do the kick drums and the bass, we are going to boost the lows from -5 to +5. So we are going to start this track with these hi-hats. They are going in this pattern. So, and the tempo of this track, so the real tempo is 100. So let's do these hi-hats for the first track. Okay, once you did this, we are going to add some snares. I'm going to do like Rythmind, starting with his rim shot, and then adding a BMG snare on top of them. So like this. Then something like this. Okay. And we are going now to put the lows at +5, and the kick drums are going like this. once we got the beat, we are going to put again the low spec at -5. The level that I put for the melody, it's a little bit down, +10, something around there. And on C, you are going to use for the main track, the main melody, granular delay that will start at the time of 32. Okay. The feedback will be 97. And the effect level is just 50. I didn't change it. And for the melody, you need to do just simple rim shots, you know, K sounds. It doesn't really have to be a rim shot. You can do even just a K. Since so it doesn't really matter since it's just a K sound, you know. And we are going to change the time, but you will see as I redo. So let's do this. And what I forgot, guys, to mention is that we are going to enable the track effects B and C at the beginning of the track. So make sure to have enabled them before starting with anything. So the track effects are really simple. Track effect B is just a standard standard filter, you know, like you don't have to change anything. Type is low pass filter. Rate is 50, depth is 55, resonance 50, so the standard settings from the Loopstation. But you need to put the cutoff at 30. It's starting at 30. And the step rate is off. And track effect C is a reverb with a time of 2.8 seconds, effect level 65, and direct level 100. We're going to have them enabled before starting anything about this track, so remember this, guys. So yeah, and now, guys, we are going to do the melody with the granular delay, and we will change the time during the track. So let's follow up. And now, most probably, the fourth track is a big question of how it's need to be done. So for this, guys, I'm going to do with the metronome enabled so that you can see how you need to go. So we are going first to the time of 21. And again, same story, rim shots, and so it's something like this. Usually Rythmind is doing this with the volume at the minimum, but now I'm going to do this for you so that you can see, because it's so hard at the beginning. So I also had some weeks to work on this one. So yeah, 21, then we move to 20, and then 60. Here I usually put the feedback a little bit higher, because what happens when you have such a short time, such a high note, the feedback, if it's under 98, the sound it's short. So yeah, it's something like this. So yeah, it's something like this. And now make sure to enable back the effects even for this. So I did this because for you. so that can be more understandable. It's way easier like this to explain, I think. I hope so, at least. And now, guys, we are going to put the bass for the song. We are going to put the time at 64, feedback 100, which means that you will have sustain, infinity sustain of sound. Effect level is also 50. So like this. Usually here I put the lows at +3 around there. The other ones are same. And on A you need to put a filter with a type of low pass. The rate will be 0, the depth 0, the resonance also 0, and the cutoff will be 42. Step rate is off. And to trigger the bass of the song, you just need to input just some kick. And then during the track we are going to move the time at 57 and then 59. And we are going to record the bass at specific parts, so watch carefully for this part. And now, guys, we are going to put back the lows at -5, +12 level. And what we are going to do now is to record some still words on the last track. And before doing the first drop, you just need to go with the filter from the cutoff from 30 to 100, and then enable these 3, and then later even this one. So yeah, guys, I think the first drop is going like this. Okay, everybody with me. Still. 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 Something like this. I'm just representing the gangsta pattern. Yes, what's that? Still, don't stop with the giddy giddy. Still, still, and then still. Everybody put your hands up. Everybody put your hands up. Yeah, still. Everybody put your hands up. Everybody put your hands up. And for the last drop of the song, we are going to put... So I will show you the version of the no rap, because I can't do the rap part of what Rythmind is doing, so I'm so sorry. So for this, guys, we are going to go from the filter. So we put back the cutoff from 100 to 30, then again back. And then we are going to set up on track effect bay a slicer of pattern 30. So sorry, pattern 13. Pattern 13. Rate is 8 note. And the depth 120 all the way. And on A is a bit scatter, but the bit scatter, as I told in the older tutorial, it's not P1. it's better, it's type P3. The length is all the way to the right. And we are going to enable first beat scatter and slicer, and then we are going to disable and enable the slicer at specific parts, and then at the end, before ending the track, we are going to enable the effects even for the beat. So guys, that's how you need to do. Still 3, 2, 1, shift this. Still. 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 And guys, yeah, that's how you need to do properly still. So not as I told you in my last tutorial about this track. I really hope, guys, that you enjoyed this one, and I hope that this will help you to improve your steel cover, or yeah, I don't know. And yeah, the next tutorial that I'm going to redo is Beatness Ethereal, I think. Probably not, probably other one, but I will see what. So guys, until that, thank you guys so much for watching, and see you in another one, guys. Peace, have a good day.